Some of these things take effect immediately, and some of them don't take effect till the next year or two. So listen for the timelines, but also listen for the thresholds where there are phase outs. So when I say the word phase out, what that means, Jim, is that if you earn over a certain limit, you lose access to these special provisions. And this is where I get a little frustrated from the political point of view that folks on the left were saying, well, this is all just a tax break for billionaires, because when I run the numbers and I have tax software I can use to run projections of how the new bill might impact different households I serve, the high-income households, the extremely high-income households, really aren't getting any of the benefits from this bill aside from maintaining the current tax rates, because so many of these incentives we're about to go through phase out. Therefore, it's only the middle class and upper middle class folks and below that will receive these benefits. So keep an ear out for those phase outs, because you're going to see many of these provisions do phase out at certain incomes. So the first one that was a promise that Trump made during the campaign, actually Kamala Harris picked up in her campaign, was no tax on tips. So the idea that some income earned from tips would not be subject to federal income tax. And the way that played out is starting this year in 2025 and going through 2028, the first $25,000 of tips you earn will not be subject to income tax.
Wow.
So you think of your servers, and tips are common now, right? We hear a lot of people talk about this. There's places where maybe you didn't get tips in the past, and now you get tips. There is some special language in the law that makes it so you can't just say, I'm going to start making all my money on tips. So it has to be roles that traditionally receive tip income, and there'll be a list of those roles provided by the IRS as we get more regulations. But I would note, this is that phase out. If you're a single person, you make over $150,000 a year, you phase out of those exemptions on your tip income. Or if you're a married couple making $300,000. So if, let's say I make over $300,000 a year, and my wife is working part-time as a server at a restaurant, my income can make her phase out of that tip benefit. So households that have high income, again, won't get this benefit. So this is really targeted towards working class folks making tips.